Okay, so I'm actually about to look at my 23andMe Research Revolution results for the first time. I'm surprisingly nervous. I waited actually 2 days after I got the notification. I'm going to log in actually here and share with you my first login. I didn't expect to be anxious about getting the results, and I definitely didn't expect to be anxious about sharing them. Last night I was really thinking about whether or not I wanted to do this and what it would mean if I shared this kind of information online. And so thanks to my mom, who's a nurse, I did a weighted decision-making matrix, which I'll blog about, but I gave myself a 100-point spread and made a list of the advantages and disadvantages of both doing the DTC genomic testing process and also sharing it online. So I'll put the categories and the points in the blog, but you can see here, I'll just give you a little shot here. This is my decision-making matrix sharing my 23andMe genomic data for Research Revolution. And again, the advantages and disadvantages. There's some pretty funny ones on there. So I'm going to log in now for the first time. Okay, so you won't be able to see everything on my screen as I log into 23andMe for the first time since getting my Research Revolution results, but I just did want to show you the process, how I react as I start looking at the data, and then I'll actually take some screenshots and put this up on the blog for you to share. Please don't hesitate to ask questions at Janice McCabe, JENSMCCABE on Twitter is the easiest way to reach me. Let's take a look at my Me-ome. Okay. Hopefully this box will hold up under scrutiny here. Okay, so I'm logging in right now. Looking at my stuff. Oh, nice. The URL, if you can see it, is 23andme.com/u. And I'm going to turn off my guides here. Actually, I kind of like that button, that I have the opportunity to do guides. Okay. Guides are available. Thank you, 23andMe. Experimental features added to the labs. View all labs. Okay, let's take a look at my clinical reports. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm looking at my clinical reports, and I have research reports. I'm showing 86 research reports. Look at this. All right, I have a variant present for celiac disease, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Wow. I have this genetic variant. This is fascinating. This is absolutely news to me. I find that I do well with things like intense diet modification, and I have a kind of a set prescribed diet where I feel my best, so I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to get more research. So my percentage here, estimated lifetime incidence of celiac disease for someone with Jen's genotype compared to the average is 0.9% versus 0.2%. Okay, so some good news, right? Variant absent for cystic fibrosis, venous thromboembolism or DVT, and it looks like variant absent for type 2 diabetes. I don't have the alcohol flush reaction, yes. I can taste bitterness. Ooh, I have wet earwax. My eye color's likely blue. Well, let's check that one out. They're right, okay. That's fascinating. Lactose intolerance, likely tolerant. Actually, that's wrong. I am relatively lactose intolerant, and so I tend to use soy products. Let's take a look at all of my 10 traits here. This is fascinating. Okay. I am not resistant to malaria. Okay. I'm a sprinter. Fascinating. Okay, so I actually found that my best cardiac workout is a technique called fartlecking, which is a walk, jog, run progression, and my body responds very well to that. I pushed myself through cross country in high school and college, but it took a lot more work to get the same results. Non-ABO blood groups, I'm not resistant to norovirus, and I'm not resistant to HIV/AIDS. Okay, fascinating. Ooh, let's look at drug response. I know this is utterly fascinating to all of you, but I was actually really scared to do this, so this is very, very fascinating. Oh, wow, check this out. Speaking of interesting kind of information that I want to explore further, I likely have an increased warfarin sensitivity. Slightly increased. Fascinating. I wonder if anyone else in my family has that, because I do know that I have some relatives that I won't name here for privacy reasons that are taking Coumadin. I have typical Plavix efficacy. Okay. Carrier status, I think we already looked at. Yeah, we did. Okay. So it looks like the good news is all of my kind of the other variants that I would be worried about, sickle cell anemia or potentially worried about, hemochromatosis, glycogen storage disease type 1A, G6PD deficiency. Okay, and look, this is awesome. If I don't know what those things mean, I can just zoom over them, right? Because I do have, you're not going to be able to see this really well, but I do have a variant present for alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, which is, I think that was the celiac disease potential. Okay, I also have a locked report for BRCA cancer mutations. Oh, look at this. Okay, so there's a data visualization. Can you see that, guys? All right, so I can look at this. Oh no, okay, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency protects the body, especially fragile lung tissues. Okay, so AAT deficiency can lead to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and emphysema and possibly liver disease. Smoking, which can inhibit what little AAT protein an affected person does have, increases the risk of lung disease. And I have this like fascinating visualization. That's really cool. So I know right now that you're probably bored to tears, but I did want to share this with all of you because I think that advocacy for patient-driven research and putting my health data when and where I want it in a way that is most meaningful to me is one of the important things that DTC Genomics and 23andMe allows me to do. So I wanted to share that with you. Look for more information online. This is amazing.